The first game saw us take on the Woke Kings of Woking as we met Woods & Co in the FA Trophy 4th round. This one was settled 2-0 as Donaldson converted a penalty and Potts got on the score sheet. We then went to 3rd place Kidderminster in the league, where we picked up a comfortable victory in the end, starting off with a 6th minute goal from Crow, followed up by a Potts brace, and a 4th only 2 minutes later from Donaldson. Our return home then saw us pick up a simple 1-0 victory against Gateshead in a match where Potts also had one disallowed. We then played against 19th place side Curzon Ashton, with Jameson out with a cold at home. Whitley got his first start in what sadly was a disappointing 1-0 upset. We did, however, bounce back in the next one as we headed away to 20th place Blythe Spartans. In this one we picked up a 2-0 victory thanks to Donaldson first getting a penalty and then capping off his brace. Which brings us here to the notebook with the last person you possibly think of when you think the notebook. Now, in terms of news, first of all, we have a few injuries and a bit of illness. We already went over the illness of Jameson in the catch-up games. He is back now. He's not a problem. We then have Ollie Dyson. He picked up an injury. He got a tight calf. That was done in training. Out of 2 to 3 days, I think he is just back for today's game. Does have a bit of a knock though. I believe him and Willoughby still aren't quite right on fitness. We then have Sam Gibson. He picked up an injury 1 to 2 days. That was picked up in the Woking game, so of course he is fine now. On top of that though, Whitley, in a bit of good news, he has a brand new contract, so he's going to be sticking around for a while. He's going to be with the team, and hopefully he can play a little bit better than he did in that Curzon Ashton game. Now, York close on a new record-winning run. I believe this one came prior to last game. I think it was just before the Blythe game, and we've picked it up. We've got a new record. We've got a 9-game... Oh, no, sorry. No, it wasn't before Blythe because we lost to Curzon Ashton, didn't we? So it was the game prior to that. This was in relation to it. We did eventually get the record. Our record is now 9 straight wins. Unfortunately, we finally lost in the league, but we've at least got that record now. On top of that, I also got the Manager of the Month, which is nice for me. And speaking of Manager of the Month, I've had a few of these, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the board. I'm going to ask for a little bit of coaching training, and hopefully with our 200,000 sitting in the bank, they will actually pay for that. And heck, maybe we'll even be able to sort an affiliate out this time. Who knows? But let's head on over to the boardroom. And so we've made our way here to the boardroom with 2 important questions for Mr. Jason McGill. Now, if you have a little look on the bottom right hand side, you will see Jason McGill feels like he will never leave the club of his own volition. So fans, if you don't like him, well, I guess you're going to have to be the ones to push him out the door because he does not want to leave. In terms of the board requests, as you can see, we did make that senior affiliate one and it did go down well. Besides the fact we couldn't actually find a senior affiliate. So first of all, let's see if we can get that. We are going to go for a senior affiliate once more. He's accepted it once. Surely he'll accept it again. So it might make sense for the club to arrange a partnership that would allow us to sign good players on loan without having to absorb the cost of their wage. Or we could seek an affiliate with a suitable club to attempt to garner some extra income. No, we want to get loans in. Having to rely on loans isn't something we want for the club. Okay, well, I'm very disappointed, but I respect the decision you've made. Only because I only have one more request for you, and hopefully you accept this one. And that, of course, is for me to start a coaching course. Now, are you sure you want to ask the board permission to start a coaching course with Continental B licence? Because we are, of course, only on a C licence because I made my stats match the club. So, during a coaching course, your coaching effectiveness, I don't care. Yes, I want to ask for it. The board will get back to you shortly. Okay, so we'll get news on that one. Ooh, York manager has started working on a coaching course, so they've given us the coaching course. It's going to be a 6-month duration at a cost of 1,200 to the club, but the club is covering it, which is nice. As you can see, our 1,100 per week would have covered it pretty reasonably. A couple of weeks of cutting back, we would have been fine, but the club has been generous. And so we now head to Barnet. Welcome everyone to the Hive here in London, ahead of today's FA Trophy 5th round game against Barnet. Hopefully though the Bees do not have a sting in their tail and we can come away with a victory here today. Now, as you can see from above me, the weather is not too great. It's going to be a bit drizzly later on, but without further ado, let's crack on with today's game. Okay, so kick-off is almost upon us here in the FA Trophy now. Our team is at full strength, besides a couple of players who have a bit of fitness issues in Willoughby and Dyson, and we do need to look out for one of their substitutes. Yes, the 30-year-old Adam Marriott. I didn't think he was 30. I'll be honest, I thought he was a little older. I thought he was like 33, 34 by now, but he is only 30. It's surprising. I don't know why, but it is. So yes, he's on their bench. Adam Marriott is a solid player. He's going to be a super sub for them. Hopefully not too super though. We are going to head into the dressing room though, and if you carry on from where you performed in the last match, you will do well. Although there's a big difference between playing 20th in our division and playing Barnet, who I'm not quite sure where they are, probably in that top 8 in the promotion sort of race. Yeah, let's carry on from where you did last match. Donaldson has got complacent. Gibson's liked it though, and so has Duckworth. So both of our wing backs are fine. Donaldson not so much. Now, as you can see, we're going to have to change that end box in just a second. But first of all, we have a kick-off highlight, which probably isn't going to amount to anything because it's a kick-off highlight. They don't tend to go very far. But Fielding here will play it across to Newton. And Newton will play it up to right, back to Newton once more. It's now a ball over to Gibson on this left-hand side. He finds Heaney. Heaney inside to Dalton. Heaney's made a lovely run down this left-hand side, and Dalton with a nice through ball. But can Heaney deliver across from this? Ooh, he tries. Unfortunately, though, it's blocked, and we have a corner. Heaney, of course, to take this one here on the left-hand side. And where will he go with it? There's the question. He's gone near post. Oh, and the ball goes sailing over the bar as Donaldson gets his head on it. Now, let's change this category. So we'll have the Barnet formation. As you can see, they are going for a 4-2-3-1 as well, and we are going positive. I know it's probably not the brightest of ideas. We're playing a team that should probably beat us, but we want to be positive. We want to try and win these games. So we're sticking with a positive mentality, at least for now. If we go behind, of course, we're going to go attacking. And if we get ahead, we might even go balanced. But Jones right now takes a shot. Jameson pushes it away and shall collect it. Wasn't the greatest of saves, but thankfully he did collect it before Barnet could pounce on the bounce. And James now to roll it out short to Newton. Newton on this left hand side will run at Barnet. Tries the ball over the top, has it. Newton? There is no one over there. Other than their defender, we didn't have a player anywhere near that ball. I don't know what you're doing. But Barnet with a through ball intercepted by Newton, who plays it back to Jameson, and it's back to Newton once more. Tries the ball over the top. This time it's near Willoughby, but unfortunately Turley will knock the ball on to Jones. It's now with Tasdemir. Tasdemir over to Thompson. Thompson on this right-hand side. Can he get across in? Whips it in. Seymour tries to get on the end of it, but Fielding will clear it away. Say, we'll get onto this now. Over to Flanagan. Oh! Flanagan cracking it off the crossbar. Jameson couldn't do anything. Jones pouncing on that, but the goal of course will not stand because he was clearly offside. They had about 3 players. Oh no, he was the only one offside. He was offside by a mile. Jones pouncing on that. He had a good killer instinct. Unfortunately for him though, he was just waiting a mile offside. He was doing a heskey. Now Ducksworth here on the right hand side. Can he do anything in this goal, which has an empty stand behind it? There's a complete empty stand behind the goal. I don't know why, but right, tries the ball over the top and it goes straight to the goalkeeper. No one is going to get a great view of any of our goals in the first half because, like I said, no one's in that stand. But They are going to hoof it all the way up. Gibson shall collect it, and we are going to build from the back. Newton tries the ball over the top once more. This time finds Donaldson. It's ball over to Dyson. He finds Willoughby on the end of this. Oh, that was lovely play. Oxborough, though, makes the save, and it's cleared away by Turley. Now, we don't get the highlight. We don't get the highlights. And there isn't a goal in any of the Vanarama games. So, can we see any FA Trophy games? Is there any going on? FA Trophy. There we go. So, Darlington is currently 1-0 up against Kings Lynn. And Slough is beating Kettering 1-0. Newton, though, to take the corner here on the left-hand side. Bit weird, I thought he'd be taking it, but it's a good one. And O'Keefe will get on to the end of it for his second of the season. I was going to complain about it, but Newton, you did a great job. Who cares about Heaney taking the corner? Newton, you did a fantastic job over on that left-hand side. Whips it in to the middle. O'Keefe running from the edge of the area. Gets a head onto it. And we have a 1-0 lead here, ladies and gents, at the Hive. We have taken the sting out of these bees. And we are the ones with the sting. Now, can we hold on to it? That is the real question. As you can see, they do have a couple of players struggling. Doherty mainly with a 6.4 in their central defence, and Telly on a 6.6 alongside him. Jones on the right side and Seymour up front, both with 6.5s as well. But the important thing is, we have the lead. And in fact, we have been the better team in this first half. 9 shots to their 4-3 on target to their 2, a 0.91 XG to a 0.14. 2 corners to their 1, 4 fouls to their 9, 0 yellow cards, 1 yellow card, 93% passing to 82, 93 by the way, that's disgusting, 58% possession to 42. That of course is down to the training, because I like to make sure my team can hold possession, especially at this level. It's very important to keep the ball in this league, and, well, I say this league, this level as a whole, so in the conference North-South, you want to be making sure you keep hold of the ball very well in the lower leagues, but I'm pleased with the number of shots we've had thus far, and let's carry this one on. I'm not going to go negative. We are beating a team in a higher division. We don't want to be going negative with the players, even if some of them are struggling a little bit. We've got Gibson on 6.6, which I could do with a bit more from him. I guess Wright on a 6.7 and Heaney and Willoughby on 6.7, maybe a bit more, but you know what? We're playing Barnet away. I can accept 6.7. 6.6 and below is where I draw the line. Gibson, need a bit more from you. Right now, though, we've just given the ball away, and Seymour will play the ball through to Taz Demir here on the left-hand side. Now, can Taz Demir get a good cross in? He whips one in, it goes back post. Jones pulls one in for Seymour, and it is blocked, but Jones will get the ball back from the deflection, plays it short to Thomas. Thomas now back to Diarra. Diarra with possession pulls it all the way back to Telly on the halfway line, and it looks like we've pretty much got rid of the danger as the highlight ends. Now, Newton with the free kick. Whips it in, back post, Fielding. Newton could have had a second assist there. Unfortunately, though, Fielding's header was soft, and Oxborough will collect this one here on the 50th minute. He's going to hoof it up. He's gone over the top. Seymour does not get onto the end of it. Newton nods it down for Wright, and it's now with O'Keefe. Now, Dyson. Dyson, will he use the overlap? He does. He pulls it back for Ducksworth. Now back to Fielding. Sam Fielding running at the defence, gets to the halfway line, but what will he do with it? He's gone back across to Newton, who has then gone all the way back to Jameson. I hate these sort of build-up plays where we keep it between our central defence and the goalkeeper. Lads, move forward. You're burning the clock, which is rather useful in a game like this, but still. We do need to move forward. Finally, it's up to Willoughby. It's a ball through by O'Keefe to Donaldson. Willoughby made the run. Yes, he's made the run. Now, can he get a shot off? No, it's blocked. Donaldson gets it, though. Donaldson from range. Over the bar and far away. Into the stand, which actually is populated. So, any goals in the second half might actually be seen. Unfortunate for Barnet fans, though. If you score any, well, we ain't going to see them. Ducksworth, though, has just gone and picked up an injury. That is both bad for this game and going forward. It is a potential foot injury. That could be a long one. He could be out for months. Hopefully not, but right now Crow is going to get his butt on. That is good news for our loaned in youngster in Drake, I believe it is, Max Drake, the New Zealander, who will probably get an opportunity to come onto the bench. Crow, I think, will probably still start instead of the New Zealander, but it does mean he'll probably work onto the bench, unless I put Mr. Brown on there with his 3-star central defence. Now, the question is, who else do we take off? Heaney's on a 6.6 right now. There's a few players getting a bit tired. Knowles, I think, will bring on over on that side. Dyson, how are you feeling? A 7.1, you're reasonably fit, you're having a good game, don't want to mess with you, we'll leave you there. And I think that's what we'll do for now. We'll give it a couple of minutes. I think we'll go a bit later into the game for that third substitute. I don't want to use it, especially if we pick up a second injury. That would be worrying. So we'll hold on to it for now, just in case we get any yellow cards or any potential knocks going forward. And then we shall get that third and final substitute, probably around the 72nd to 75th minute. Doherty, though, plays it up to Diarra. Inside Hall now. Sese coming at us. He will hold up possession now over to Flanagan. Up to Mason Clark. Mason Clark from range tries a shot. Lovely save by Jameson, though. Come on, Jameson. It wasn't the most clinical of finishes, but it did force a decent save. Now, Dyson, he's getting a bit shattered. Don't think we can do much about it, though. That's the problem. The man we usually shift up onto the wing, of course, has gone off the pitch. Now, fielding. What are we going to do about the fielding? The fielding. I don't think we can really do much about fielding. I don't think we can really do much about Dyson. The other alternative is Josh Knowles, but who do we put on the left-hand side if Knowles moves over there? Rion Potts could potentially go on the left. That might be an interesting move. We could do that. Willoughby is surprisingly held on, and same with Dyson. Both of those, of course, lacking a bit of fitness. So it's surprising that they managed to hold on, but they have. Fielding, though, we could move right back there. You know what? Yeah, we will. We'll move right into defence. McLaughlin will move into central midfield. He will be our ball-playing midfielder. And that is our third and final substitute as we try and hold on to this 1-0 lead with about 15 minutes to go. Roughly 20 minutes if we count additional time. Say about 4 minutes of additional time. Donaldson, though, plays it across to Dyson. Dyson pulls it down. Oh, it's a lovely block, though. And Oxborough shall collect this one as it floats through the air into his arms. Now, we have another highlight here. Jameson, trying to build from the back, will roll it out to right. He's made a darting run, though. Gets it up to Dyson. Lovely ball through to Willoughby. Willoughby, maybe an overlap with Donaldson. Donaldson, no. McLaughlin's made a nice run instead, and it's blocked. We have plenty of players in good positions there. Unfortunately, though, we could not get the goal from that opposition. Now, Newton on this right-hand side. Can he get a good cross in? He goes back post. Willoughby doesn't get onto it. Doherty will clear it away. And that is another wasted opportunity. But Gibson shall throw it into Knowles. Knowles will be on this left-hand side, pulling it back for Gibson. Now McLaughlin. McLaughlin inside to O'Keefe. O'Keefe finds Willoughby. He's got Dyson. Dyson's got an overlap if he wishes. He doesn't go to Crow, though. Instead, he goes himself, and that was a daft idea. I think he should have gone out wide to Crow, to be honest. Gibson, though, throws it into Donaldson now. Back to Gibson. Lovely ball. Across to Dyson. Ollie! Ollie. Aye. Keep your head down, my friend. Sese, though, here on the 79th minute, throws it into Hall. The Beard will come at us now here on the right-hand side. He is going to make a nice little run. Whips one across Mason Clark. Lovely block from Gibson. And right, she'll just clear it away. But it's nodded down by Doherty. Thankfully, McLaughlin will be the one to collect it. And that highlight will end. So, I was going to have a little look at the scores, but apparently we have yet another highlight here on the 84th minute. Sean Newton will try and build from the back. He's going to hoof it up. Dyson, no, it's gone straight to Thomas. Diarra now coming at us. Plays ball over to Beard. Beard nods it down to Hall. Hall has space. Oh, he's cracked one off the crossbar. And again, we have been saved by the woodwork as Gibson clears it away. They have shuffled their wingers across. Eastleigh, by the way, 1-0 up against Telford. Grimsby is 4-1 up against Wellston. Notts County 3-0 up in their game, and of course a couple of other results which we'll have a little look at after this one. We've got 6 additional minutes in this one. The ref does not want to end this game. Gibson will keep possession in the He'll keep the possession on the pitch. McLaughlin gets it up to Knowles, inside to Donaldson. Willoughby now coming down this left-hand side, has found space, and he has support inside if he wishes to use. Will he use it though? He's going to whip a cross in. Beard clears it away. It wasn't a good cross at all, but thankfully we keep in possession as McLaughlin has collected this one. Now, Donaldson, over to Dyson. Dyson! I was going to say, again, use Crow. He's there. He's got space. It would have created more opportunity instead of just kicking it yourself. Please, utilise your wing back. He's coming up. Seymour, though, gets the ball. Plays it over to Mason Clark. He tries to get one across Crow. Lovely back pass to Jameson as he intercepts it. He's going to just hoof it away. Telly on the halfway line. Now, over to Cisse on this right-hand side. Not Jibril, because it's not spelt the same way. But Cisse whips one in. And Wright, nice job, Wright, getting back to intercept it. So Hall can't get onto the end of that one. But it's a corner here for Barnett. Can they use it here on the 93rd plus nearly 94th, to be honest? Diarra gets it over to Cisse. Cisse whips one in. Crow blocks it again. O'Keefe clears it away. And Thomas should grab this one on the halfway line. So, the other scores. Again, we don't have time to read it. Okay, fine. Fine game. It's okay. We can wait till after the match to look at the other scores. Cisse though whips one in. Crow nods it away. Thomas will collect this one here on the left hand side. Now Thomas whips one in. Seymour free header. Thankfully it flew over the bar. That was a worrying one, a very worrying one. Thankfully though, we have gone past the 96th minute. We have a goal kick and the ref should blow his whistle if Jameson hoofs this one upfield. The question is he going to hoof it upfield? What are you going to do, Jameson? Okay, he's going to blow the whistle before he even kicks it. Fair enough. So, 1-0 victory here against Barnet in the Hive. Caesars go through to the quarter-final of the FA Trophy. Now, that one, it's probably going to be in the episode after next, because the next one, we are going to be heading away to Chorley. Now, as you can see, we had 18 shots to their 10. We was a bit wasteful, only 3 on target to their 4. But in the end, a 91% passing and 59% possession got us the victory. Sean Newton, by the way, best performer with a 9.4. But I thank you all for joining us. I hope you all have a lovely night and goodbye. Oh, and for those interested, those are the scores from the other FA Trophy games.